Are you ready? Grab your paper and your pen because here we go.
Guys, we're coming to you live from New York City and I have a very special guest. His name is Lawrence Artis, and Lawrence and I met a few years ago and our experience was so incredible. We have kept in touch and I want him to share his story today because I'll tell you what, it's fantastic. The camera's going to move around a bit because we're sort of sitting on a deck out in a hotel and there's loads of background noise. Hey Dave, so if you could just bear with us, we'll keep this sort of short and quick today just because of the situation. And my partner in crime, Carolyn, is back in Virginia and the pair of us will be back together again next week. Okay, so Lawrence, tell everybody a little bit about yourself and your story that brings so many people inspiration.
So I am technically now 18 years old, turning 19 in about 2 weeks. I grew up in the Bronx, New York, pretty much in a hood area. I go to school for tourism and hospitality, which is not that far from over here in Times Square. Pretty much I'm just a charismatic, caring person, supportive. I usually don't like to share a lot of things, but sometimes it's okay because you gotta find some way to relieve it. But pretty much there, I just a natural leader. I'm just open ears to everyone who wants to talk about problems, anything like that. And I'm just there to support.
So Lawrence has had some issues in his life with some things that have happened beyond his control, and instead of choosing that to be his destiny, the negativity, he has become a leader in his community and is helping others. So if you could share hey guys, hi Mike, if you could share with us sort of what happened to you and then we'll go from there.
So in middle school, I'd say 7th grade, they didn't like me or my friends that I was with. They tried to take my brother's phone. I didn't allow them. Ended up getting to a lot of confrontation with them. Eventually, one day, they came up to me and assaulted me with a pipe, sent me to the hospital. Most kids who get hit like that or get assaulted like that usually run away or try to get revenge back by even try to engage back. Instead, I took it by going to law enforcement, had them handle it, press charges on him, and so on. From there, I, learned, told people not to be so retaliated. Sometimes it's best to be patient and not take action to your own hands. And from there I just started to change. I started to be more nice, I started to be more open about things, and I just started to just slowly progress from there. I go to high school, same thing happens. Another group of kids mess with me, but this time I know what to do. I ignore them, try not to take so much problems into bothering them, or be on their bad side. But just with a little bit of support from just staff and everything, I pulled through, and I made it so far. Yeah.
So we're not going to name any names of companies or anything because we don't have the permission to do so. And as always, hey Jennifer, as always, this is our opinions. So when all this happened, Lawrence had two choices to make. He could, either become somebody on a gang, or he could try to make some decisions and learn from this. And that's exactly what he's done. And now in the community where he's a leader, not far here from Times Square, you do a lot of encouraging things for kids, and you have been to certain places doing certain things. So share that without naming any companies if you can.
So I've been to a field galas where I was invited to meet a lot of people there, including Donella. I've been to San Francisco. I've been to the Bay Area of San Francisco, where I actually went to a gala out there thanks to a nonprofit who flew me out there. I did immunization programs with this nonprofit that made me met with Donella a few years ago. We had a great time. We had a lot of fun. We did service. We got to chat. A lot of kids shared their stories, and we just got to really bond within the 36 hours that we had of that time. Ever since then, Donella said to keep in touch. I've been keeping in touch with all the people I met with, but Donella be the one who's usually around here in New York, and I get to usually try to visit her every time she is and say hello to the family.
Yeah, we kind of adopted you a little bit, I think. So anyway, you have actually spoken to large groups of people, haven't you?
Yes.
What's the largest group you think that you've actually been a speaker for?
I'll say it was the largest group was when I was in San Francisco. It was a dinner. It was about over 200 people. Spoke out about how I was affected in the neighborhood and how I overcame it. So I would say probably about over 200 people, roughly 3, maybe.
Yeah?
Yes.
That's really incredible. So here you've got this guy who's 18 years old, had some really bad luck. Hey Lynette, so nice to see you. Had some really, really bad luck. And he's used that to transform his life. And now he's encouraging others. And that's basically your passion, right? Is helping other people.
Public speaker, which is in public relations. And that's want to be in my field of gold. And by talking to everyone else, telling them my story and how to avoid certain problems is another way for me to get my goal out there and my way of encouraging people.
Hey Debbie, it is so incredible. You know, Lawrence, to say that you are 18 years old and you've spoken to crowds of hundreds of people, literally hundreds of people sharing your story and your testimony, the amount of impact that you have for those people is immeasurable, because you share it with them and they share it with others and they keep on going like a domino effect. How does that make you feel, knowing that you are making waves and making movements like that?
So I feel proud of myself, because it's like it takes one experience and one person to encourage enough to share and explain what happens to them. Because there's not a lot of people who will tell them, like, listen, I've been through this and that, and I want to speak about it. Most people who've been through a lot wouldn't talk about it or either hide it.
Yep.
I was at the point of doing the same exact thing, of hiding it, until I was told it's okay to explain sometimes, because once you explain yourself, you may get supporters, you may get people who be willing to listen. And that's exactly what I did. And when I had the chance to do that in 36 hours, I felt great, and I started to be more and more of a speaker and encouraging others.
Yeah. So, hi, Sarah. Hey, Sing, how's it going? So, once again, without mentioning any names, because we don't have the company's permission or approval, and this is sort of our stories, and that's why we're saying what we're saying. But with Lawrence being a part of this nonprofit, it's enabled him to have the leverage he needs, and it's also helped him sort of direct the path of his life, and has helped you get through school and encourage other people to do the same thing. So the cards were stacked against you for quite some time.
It was. I'm not gonna lie. I was a bad kid at first. I've done stealing and all that, but now I've changed. I'm now here doing what I do best. It's public speaking, dancing here and there. You know,
oh, that's right. You're such a good dancer. You can do that maybe right here, and we'll show everybody.
I don't think not in these pants. I'm wearing my nice dress suit and everything. I'm wearing my nice dress pants.
So Lawrence is applying for jobs around the city. So he's not taking a break. He's getting out there and trying to live his dreams and live his gold, as he calls it. So listen, guys, the message I guess for today is your history, the things that you've done, and the things that other people have done to you isn't who you are. That's not your destiny. You have a way out, and if you don't know how to get out, ask, because people can help you, and people can turn that life of yours around, and you can go from, you know, being whatever, abused or in a bad situation, to being such a help to everybody else, and mostly to yourself as well. So what do you think?
I think that's a perfect, straightforward. But another thing I would like to say is that only you control who blocks your path and who you allow in your life. So I decide you take that really seriously, because if you choose to let this person block your path, then you're going to have a lot of problems in life. You decide to open the door and you decide to close it.
Hi Ali, thanks for joining. That is so insightful. To be 18 years old and to be that insightful, to know that your paradigm shift is what you make it, and you can do whatever it is you want to do without you know, using that history of yours to, or anybody's history, to do bad or to not do as well as they'd wanted. So congratulations to you. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you. That's really, really good. All right, so is there anything else you want to add?
Remain positive. Your kids will be your next generation, so I suggest you start telling them what to expect now. Even if they're just maybe 10 years old, even 9. I start doing that for my little brother. I start to tell them what to expect in life. High school and middle school is going to be a lot of problems, a lot of challenges. I'm really trying to be aware for my brother because I don't want him to go through the same thing I went through when I was in middle school. So I'm just trying to give him a heads up of what to watch out for, what to do, and how to avoid confrontation that I could have avoided, but I didn't.
I'm very proud of you. Aren't we, guys? We're so proud of Lawrence for just being so fantastic and being so positive and being a leader in your community, which you totally are. So proud of you for doing that and for sticking it out, working hard, and now your goal is to just continue this path that you're on, and it's a wonderful, wonderful path. So I'm so proud of you. And thank you for being here today. All right, guys, say bye to Lawrence and wish him the best because he's out there doing great, great things. And he's a lovely young man, Ellie. That's right. He's such a cool kid. Always be positive and be kind to everyone. Thanks, Debbie. Absolutely. And that goes for you guys too. You know, whenever we're out and about, no matter how hurried we get, remember to always be proud of you, proud of who you are, and be an inspiration to others. When times get tough and the crowds are pushing you around, smile, say hello, say thank you, say please. And as Ellen DeGeneres says it best, she says, be kind, everyone. All right, guys, we're going to see you later. Thanks for joining us.
Follow Carolyn and Donella on Facebook, and for your free weekly email sent to your inbox filled with business tools, tricks, inspiration, and so much more, go to www.donellafields.com. Remember, we're live every Thursday at 1. See you then.